Hi everyone, today I am working out in the garden. I'm starting my maintenance kind of series that I'm going to go through. I find that if I take it just piece by piece, it's going to be a lot easier than trying to say I'm going to go and maintain and fertilize and do everything I need to do in my yard, because that would be a big task and be very overwhelming for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just taking it, you know, like a section to section. Today I'm working on the moon garden, which is kind of my white and green garden, and the gazebo, and along winding around to by the basketball court. So I'm just taking a section. I highly recommend that to you guys. It's so much, just like a house cleaning, you know, we just need to do what we can do. It's kind of a little bit warm here. I'm in Arizona, so I am gardening in a zone 9. So it's starting to, you know, heat up a little bit, so you got to be careful of that. So I'm just going to get in. I'm just going to kind of show you what I'm doing. I'm going to show you the tools I'm going to be using, and then I'm just going to put some music to it and, you know, give you some ideas and just show you what I'm doing. So stay tuned to the end, because I want to give you a little sneak peek. So this is everything I'm going to be using today. Not a bit, you know, not a huge amount of stuff. I use this chair. I got this from Gardener Supply, and I love this chair. Because of my back, I'm able to kind of sit instead of get down on my hands and knees. So I've got my water, I'm staying hydrated. I've got my Falco, the small pruners and the larger pruners. I've got my gloves, of course, which I see that my Jessie has already taken one. And I've got my blower to help clean up. I'm going to be spraying for aphids. And I'm going to be fertilizing with my Espoma Organic Rose Tone. I use that in the front yard, and that's just the scooper I'm going to be using. So not a lot of tools needed. You know, it's just more, you know, hard work. So let's get started. First thing is I'm going to get my gloves on, especially dealing with, you know, I don't always use my gloves very well, and that's something I've got to work on. But especially working with roses, and let's be honest, the fertilizer. You know, it's best if you use your gloves for the thorns and just all the stuff. What I'm going to start off on this one first is kind of just taking off the leaves that are kind of browning. We want to make sure that when the plant is sending energy, especially after you fertilize, you want to, excuse me, you want to make sure that you're not you know, if something's dead, you don't want the plant to spend all its energy sending stuff to what's already not doing well. So make sure you get all of your bad leaves off. I can see here I've got some dusty kind of white mildew. You want to make sure we just get this all cleaned up real good so that the energy is going to the plant. Also with the roses and any kind of trimming, I always take it right back to where, just before there's new growth, where you see there's new growth. That tells you that the flower, it's maintaining, it's going to come back out, and it will maintain its growth out. I always find it's very important to kind of step back. I want these to be nice and full, so I don't want to totally chop them off, but I do have the walkway here, so I want to make sure, which I've kind of already done just the other day trying to get through here, you know, kind of just making sure this walkway is clear of the roses and the other plants that are in here. But I don't want to chop this off completely. I love how it just kind of willows over, but I want it to be, you know, maintained. I don't want it to be like it's overgrown. So that's kind of the fine line of you know, pruning back and maintaining how you want it. And of course every garden's a little bit different. But I think, unfortunately, I think that's got to go. I think we're in an okay position as far as walking through here. I might cut that one. Oh yeah, that was pretty. But I think we're okay here as far as, you know, going through this walkway. So we're just going to continue on. All of those nights when I knew you were mine. I miss when we were teenage girls and now tomboy t-shirts. When life was good and the worn out sneakers. When we were fine but with complications. Those were the days in the tomboy t-shirts. To all of those nights when I knew you were mine. I miss when we were teenage girls and on tomboy t-shirts. When life was good and the worn out sneakers. When we were fine but with complications. Those were the days in the tomboy t-shirts. Now through this part of in here with the garden, let's see if I can get, this is just kind of more wildflowers. This grass will come back as it starts warming up. This is all doing really great. Let me take you through here. There's really not a lot of cutback that I need to do in here. I like this coming out just about where it is. Now if it was a little bit more, I'd cut back, but I like this, you know, whimsy, how it comes out. This is actually our lime tree, and it's got so many buds on it. And this is my nectarine tree, and you can see the fruit we've got going. We've got a lot of fruit. So, you know, right here is doing really good. My grasses, as it heats up, will grow. I probably will want to cut back, but I don't want to cut back now this tree because, you know, this is our lime tree. This beautiful jasmine is really coming back and very fragrant. I just cut back some of that honeysuckle so it wasn't so on in the walkway. And that's kind of what I'm just, my goal, what I'm trying to do here. I had a bunch of coleuses here, and my goal is to just kind of make this my shade garden. But those had to come out. But this one is doing fabulous. These blue purple, gosh darn, I wish I had a tag right here. I will try to look up and link below what the name of that plant is. Here in Arizona, it is just amazing. It does so incredibly well. So I will definitely look it up and link that, because that is, if you're in this kind of, if you're in a zone 9 or a very warm weathered, it takes the heat very well. As you can see, it's really taking on a lot of growth. These are just the most beautiful grasses. They come up with a pink, like meadow grass looking. These are hydrangeas, and you can see, excuse me, you can see the blooms kind of starting. And these are some tulips that got planted over here. But I do have 3 hydrangeas that they're like a lime green white hydrangea, so I'm hoping those do really well. Again, right here, this is doing really well. I really don't need to maintain this This is a Rose of Sharon tree, doing very well. We don't have the buds yet. Well, there is buds, but you know, we don't have the blooming yet. This cypress is doing great. I don't know. I don't think this made it. My supertunias, my proven winner supertunias. This is a like firecracker plant is called. This supertunia is doing good. These supertunias you don't have to deadhead, which is like amazing. Here's this pot. This is all lavender right in there. This is my lemon cypress. I love the color of lemon cypress. So these are, we're not working on this area today. That will be the next one. But so this, as far as cleaning up and pruning, is not needed. So what I'm going to do is go over here to the other side of the moon garden. And this one is newer. So, you know, I really, other than deadheading some of these little spent leaves and stuff, I'm not going to really change how we're, you know, change the shape of the rose bush. Might have to clean this up. We had a problem where the water got turned off, and so a lot of my white supertunias are not doing so well, but I'm hoping with the correct water and everything we'll get them right back in. And then this is lemongrass, the grass looking. It's just absolutely gorgeous together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and come over here and just get these, get any roses that need to be deadheaded done. My grandson loves to come out here with his cars, and he makes like parking garages and little towns and cities, and he digs up my pathway. So yeah, we're gonna clean this up for him real quick. 'Cause I got high hopes. Okay, so I have cut everything back, maintenanced it, reshaped, you know, those kind of things. I've cleaned up. Now what my next step is gonna be fertilizing the roses. So I'm gonna use that scooper. I'm gonna go around the perimeter of the plant with the Espoma Organic Rose Tone around each of the plants. The other plants will feed on this rose fertilizer, but what I'm going to be doing and showing you in a upcoming video is how I do all of my weekly fertilizing. And during this season, I fertilize every week. I have a 2-gallon pumper, and I just go around and fertilize. So I'll get the other plants will get fertilized as well, but they will also feed on the rose fertilizer as well. But I just wanted to make sure and get the rose stuff in first. Water it down, you know, give everything a real good watering, and then I'm going to spray, because I've seen a lot of aphids and the sappy aphid, kind of what they leave behind. So I'm going to make sure and spray this whole area. Every zone I'm doing all the same thing. So let's get to it. Something in my mind tells me it's easy to make it come around. I think you want me the same way I want you, almost so easy. Just like you. down here. So now I'm using this Garden Safe fungal spray, and it helps to kill all of the aphids or bugs that are on your plants. And I'm seeing a lot of them out here. So we're gonna go ahead and get this taken care of. You just generously spray all over your roses or your plants wherever you're seeing any action.
Do you feel the same? Do you want me, babe? Or is it just a game? 'Cause I got high hopes. Just a game, 'cause I got high hopes.
Okay, so this section is complete. I'm just going to go ahead and give you a little after tour and show you how everything turned out up close. As you can see, the roses are still, you know, really nice and flush and beautiful, but they're a little bit more shaped. You're able to walk through into the gazebo. You know, just kind of cleaned up the pots a little bit. I might add a few little things into each of these pots. It's a little dark in here, apologize for that. But, you know, overall they're still doing well. I just might pop in a few little things. But got all our pots working good. And, you know, this moon garden is so beautiful at night. You know, just the white reflects. It's just a really fun idea for a garden. And, you know, just adding some little, you know, yard art is always so fun. I really enjoyed that in and out of around here in the garden. This little orb lights up at night, and the little butterflies, really gorgeous. And here's just, I just love the white and the green. It just has such a statement in your garden. And as I said, under the trees over here, it's just doing so well. I will fertilize when I show you the video on fertilizing by hand. And I'll do all of those at that time, but they're just doing so well. I just didn't see the need to do, you know, really any cutback. It's just gorgeous. I love this little purple area with the lime green, and then it starts into the white. And then on our other side here with the gorgeous concrete urn, that was new last year. And I'm just hoping these white petunias will pick back up and you know, be okay. But just trimmed back, fertilized, maintained this section, cleaned up the pathway here. I'm just going to be watching these petunias, which were purple and pink. They were gorgeous, and an orange. You know, when we had the water turned off accidentally, they look like they're dying, but I'm gonna fertilize them. I'm gonna keep watering extra water and just see if they don't flush back, because that has happened before. So anyhow, my zone 1 is complete, and I'll just kind of, oh, there's the honeysuckle that I cut back, and I have that on the other side as well. And my bubblegum supertunias are just gorgeous, and this purple clematis, oh, so pretty. Let's see, over here too. Okay, Okay, so I can check this off my list for today. This is my zone 1, my moon garden and gazebo. The next one we'll move to is the where I've got all my bulbs and out by the hay racks on the iron, and we're going to be doing some planting there because the hay racks, again, when we lost the water for a few days, those went. So I'll be doing some replanting in those and just some maintenance around that area. So stay tuned, and I hope I gave you a little inspiration, gave you some information and some ideas. So please take 2 seconds to go down and subscribe down in the big red button, and hit your notification to all so you know when all my videos are coming up. We're filming Monday, or we're uploading Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So have a great day. Stay safe, guys. See you in the next one.